Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the middle of September. Now Aquarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aquarius, just a reminder, I'll never ask you for money or ask you for a reading either via email, YouTube comments, or on Instagram. Just stay alert, there has been an uptick in scammers. And I do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I thought I would bring back the Celtic cross for this middle of the month reading, so do let me know what you think about this Celtic cross spread. But if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. But let's see what we have here for you. Looks really good. Looks like this could be one of the better readings for this week, or this middle of the month rather, but we'll make sure everything's in view. We'll take 3 cards here to clarify as we go along in the reading. And I think this looks good to me. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Lovers. So this is talking about potentially relationships being in view in some area of your life here, or coming in for some area of your life, or for review in some way. However, I also feel like there's just love developing in your life. Love generally is kind of the way that I would describe lovers. It doesn't have to always be with someone else. You could just be having a project or a situation in your career that you genuinely are loving working on right now. And so it's talking about like just some sort of love developing in some area of your life here, is what I feel. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini in this middle of the month. That's probably a bit of a narrow message. Not everyone's going to be dealing with a Gemini, but that is the sign of Gemini. It's also just talking about like juggling tasks and priorities, making sure you're doing things you need to do to continue attaining success. But it looks like you're not having a problem doing that this week, or this middle of the month. So taking a look here, right away, you have the 10 of Cups in your current situation. This is what's going on for you right now. You have 10 cups all overflowing. This is the full manifestation of the Suit of Cups. And so it's one of the most positive cards in the tarot. And so it's like some sort of like emotional happiness coming into your life, which is why, with this Lovers card, it could mean that like just something's going good with your relationship. Maybe this is like a family type of card, family energy. You can see the family here on the bench. They own the home behind them. And so I also do call this card a card of abundance as well, because of the real estate sort of symbolism in the card. Now, definitely think that there's something good coming forward for you. This could be a good family situation. It could be a good relationship with someone that you've met that maybe feels long term, but there's something here turning around for you. The problem card, so this is the problem position. That's the current situation. This is the problem. You have, Aquarius, the 8 of Wands. So this is interesting because this is an incredibly positive card. This is like a quick moving event that brings about good news. Most important part's the good news part. It's also potentially a card of international travel or air flights, anything like that, especially when you have it paired with the World. Another card of worldly energy or internationality, something like that going on here. And so it could mean that, I will say, it could mean that you're going too fast or something like that, because this is a card of just like accelerated motion, flight, things going quickly in your life. And so what I would tell you is if you feel like you're having this 10 of Cups moment where things are just going so well for you right now, take a moment to enjoy it. Take a moment to be in the present and be in now, because it doesn't, you never know what might be right around the corner. And if you're constantly chasing, constantly looking ahead, looking for what's next with that Eight of Wands, you might miss what's right in front of you. And so I feel like perhaps some of you are dealing with that. Like, I feel like things are going so well that it's almost like just take a moment here. Now, it's clear to me, though, that some of you are traveling, because you actually have 4 travel cards here, and it's all in your current orbit. You have the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, the World, and the Chariot. We'll go into each one of those, but they all can indicate travel. So some of you, maybe there's a restriction in place in where you are, and you just can't travel and you're wanting to, but some of you will resonate with that. Maybe you're moving. But in the past, you have the Six of Swords. This is somebody who's going through a rite of passage. Okay, they're taking everything that they can fit on their boat and they're sailing towards a new shoreline. They're going to a new place. And the water might be choppy along the way, but the big thing for them is they are actually doing it. They're going through this transition and they're meeting new people, going to new places. And that feels good. Now, for you, this could have happened already. Something could have happened in your life that felt like a major transition. Like, it's almost like perhaps some of you are growing up, or perhaps some of you, and it's never too late to grow up, by the way. It doesn't matter what age you are. Perhaps there's an area of your life that feels like it's growing up right now. In the future, you have the Queen of Swords. This is somebody who is, I always like to say this is like the assassin in the tarot. They take their sword and they cut through whatever is no longer serving them. They really get down to business and they don't let anybody block them from achieving success. If someone's in their way, they go right through them. And so that's the Queen of Swords. However, this could also be an Aquarius. This is very much an Aquarius card. And so this could mean that you are showing up here in the future with the Queen of Swords. Doesn't matter what gender you are, just feminine or masculine energies here. But I do feel like you're kind of center stage here. You're kind of in the spotlight in the future. And I almost feel like there's a decision that you need to make for yourself that's going to be coming in. Now, in your conscious awareness, what you're aware of, what you can see, you have the Chariot. You know that there's this victory here on the horizon. The Chariot is self-discipline. It's a victory through self-discipline. It says, as above, so below. As you put in the work, you get results, right? And so and also as it's done in the universe, it is done down here. And that's truly what the Chariot is about. It's also a card of cars, like travel by car, vehicles, anything like that implied. And you also have air flight. And so traveling short distances, perhaps you've recently maybe you've purchased a house or you've done something like that in your local area, or you've moved to a place that's in your area, something like that going on. But I think more so, this is, I'll be interested to see what these 3 cards of clarification are, and as we go in a little bit deeper, but like right now, it just seems like there's some sort of ideal moment happening for you. And that's kind of what I'm getting here, because it's just like one win after the other with the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, the Chariot. And now here in your subconscious, in the lower row, what you can't see is the World. And the thing is, the World means that you've gone through the entire hero's journey, from the Fool at 0 all the way through all major arcanas into the World, meaning you've completed some sort of cycle. There's some sort of victory that comes along with that. And you can expect to get some sort of reward bestowed upon you from the universe. That's truly what like the World is all about. There's a level of certainty that comes along with the World, as well as in completion. And so it's almost like you found an ideal situation with the 10 of Cups and the World, the Chariot, and the 6 of Swords. And it's probably because in the past you've had to make a hard decision, which was to transition forward and go through some sort of rebirthing, some sort of rite of passage. So wow. So where you're headed here, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, what you're doing consciously is the Hermit. Self-mastery, okay? You're learning something. You're learning to be a willing participant in the universe. Do you see the universe pattern here in the background? You're consciously learning something. And it's almost like, I almost see you like with that 8 of Wands in the problem position. I almost see you like, how do I say this? You want to go right now. Like, I almost feel like you're picking up some sort of subject or field of study that has you like really interested. Whether that's just like maybe you make stuff and sell them on Etsy, or you've come up with some sort of side hustle, or you're actually an academic, maybe you're actually in school. There's something that you're doing right now that you're mastering and you love it, and it's almost like you want to just keep learning. And I feel like this is something that's happening right now. In the external situation, you have the Three of Pentacles. This is teamwork. This is good times with others as well. Like working together with others, really, is what I should say. Working together with others to bring about a solution. But the thing is, this person is a craftsman. You can see the mallet, the hammer, the anvil. They're holding up their latest creation. Doesn't matter, what it is that they're making here. But they're making something and they're being rewarded for that, and they're getting some sort of recognition for the talent that they have. And so it can be really good if you've been looking to get like a job raise or a job upgrade. It could mean that you're getting noticed by this Queen of Swords if that's not you. It could mean that you are the Three of Pentacles here and you are the artisan, you are the craftsman. But I do feel like you are making something with the Hermit, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. And I think it's going to lead you into a new place almost as you continue to go through these transitions. It could even mean that you're doing something new, like you used to work in one field and now you're doing a different thing. Something like that going on is in my mind right now. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the Judgment card. This is another very strong card. This is the second to last card in the major arcana. It's actually right before the World. So you have this nice progression here of the Judgment card into the World, but this feels like an inner calling that you're being pulled towards. And that's what I feel like reading this Judgment card as. There are other sorts of meanings around the Judgment, such as this is like truly a card of karma, meaning that something that you've done here is coming back around. But for me in this reading, this is all about an inner calling that you feel almost magnetized towards in your life with these two cards here and the other energy. It's like something new. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's getting unstuck. And it's like, I feel like you want to go. And yeah. Now, whether you realize it or not here, the outcome is the Death card. And whether you realize or not, this is some sort of transformation that you're going through, okay? Now, if you really learn the meaning of the Death card is actually not a fearful moment in the tarot. What it does is it says that you are taking something and synthesizing it into a new situation for yourself. You're transforming a situation. Yeah, something's ending. Yeah, it can be challenging to go through endings, but you're also being given a new start. You're also being given a fresh start or a new beginning. Especially when you get the Death card with the World and the Judgment. This is big energy, Aquarius. This is huge. This is almost like I'm getting this phrase. This is like a life work, like a life's work coming in here for you. And that's the outcome. That's the outcome. You've gone through the transition. You've had some sort of victory here with the Chariot, the Ten of Cups, and the World. You've been mastering something. You're probably some type of craftsman or artisan in whatever it is that you do, even if it's not creative work, it's whatever it is that you do. And now you've fully sort of metamorphosized with the Death card. So it's pretty powerful message here, I have to say. Let's go ahead and pull these three clarifiers. I'm sure you've been curious what they are. You have the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who is bold, assertive, courageous. This is somebody who's very good at attracting outcomes to them, like attracting good situations to them because they are passionate. You have the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like this is an auspicious time for you with the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel of your destiny, the wheel of good luck, of good karma, of good material situations, of good fortune is turning. Will you take advantage of it, Aquarius? Will you hop on the train or will you stay in the station? That's what I feel like is coming through here. A very powerful card. And for some of you, this is an enterprise. This is some sort of side hustle. This is something that you're making, something that you're doing. Maybe you're putting an idea out there somewhere on a blog or on YouTube or on somewhere like that with this Ace of Wands. This is my favorite card in the tarot. This is a card of side hustles. This is my card of turning a passion into a profit. And that's what you're doing here. It's so clear, and I love that these clarifications are coming in. So yes, this Lovers card, I was picking up on it. Yeah, it could be a relationship, but I feel like it's a project. I feel like it's like a project or a career move or something like that going on here. So we had 3 cards that wanted to pop out. Improving health. It's almost like as you follow this path that you really love doing, I almost feel like maybe in your old career or your old life, it's like sometimes your career can affect your health. And I feel like this new situation's bringing a multitude of improvements. You have no need to worry. Wow, I really like that. So this is going to work out if it's not coming yet. If it hasn't come yet, this cycle's being completed soon, especially with that world card in the unexpected row, the subconscious row. You may not see it. You may not see the completion right away, but it is coming. And then you have perfect timing as well. With the Wheel of Fortune and perfect timing, you can't really go wrong. And so if it feels like this is your time, this is your opportunity, then you want to go ahead and aim your bow and shoot your arrows, right? And really go for it is what I feel like saying here. Yeah. So you know what that 8 of Wands could be? It could mean that maybe you're not seizing the moment, because the 8 of Wands is like accelerated motion. Maybe you are caught in analysis paralysis. Remember, perfect timing here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, occupation, distant horizons, main female, thoughts, great fortune. Okay, I was looking for that. So this is clear that some of you are self-employed, some of you are entrepreneurs. This is called the Kipper deck. There's a link to it in the description below, but the author of the Kipper deck has combinations in the manual, and their combination of self-employment is occupation and great fortune. So that's heavily associated with self-employment. Some of you are taking, and one of my self-employment cards personally is this Ace of Wands. You know, when you get it with the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Pentacles, some of you are running the show. Like, you have your own thing going here. You're making something, you're selling something, you're creating something. And there are good things ahead here with distant horizons, which is just good times ahead. Lots of positive changes. Really like this reading for you. This is amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.